Here I am. Here I am. I am here. I am here. Is anybody else here? I'm charging my Tesla. I'm charging my iPhone. Amy Gonzalez. Hey, how's it going, Amy? Glad to see you here. Bill Deacon, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I'll start gabbing for real here in a second. See if anybody else pops on. I'll do some serious gabbing, some serious yapping. Let's give it a few minutes. Yeah, I'm charging. I'm charging. Hey, I'm charging up the Tesla. And I thought, since I haven't been going live very much lately, that because it seems like I'm so busy doing all this other shit, then I thought, well, when I'm charging, I'm really not doing anything. Hey, Jolie, you found me. I told you I might do an impromptu today. This is what's known as an impromptu. Now, the reason it's impromptu, because my original thought was, when I first started doing this, was to do Tuesday, Thursdays, 9 a.m. Pacific time. And I did that pretty religiously. It's a rental, but I'm going to buy one. But we'll get to that later. Because a lot of us, we are House Sparks fans, and that Tuesdays and Thursdays, he is off. So I thought, well, I'll try to fill that little void, right? And go on at 9 a.m. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. But recently I haven't been doing that because I've kind of changed my whole life around. Hi, Jackie. The last few weeks has been a really kind of a radical change for me. Since I was driving a truck for almost 20 years. And so what I'm doing now is pretty radical for me. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm a Uber driver, and I basically decided to sell my truck, get an apartment here in Las Vegas, at least for a year, and see how I like it. And I might not ever go back to truck driving, or I might just do this until I retire, like really officially retire or whatever, So, and it's all been kind of, I wouldn't say overwhelming, but it has been a shakeup, I guess, in my routine and in my life, but in a good way. I mean, I actually feel better. I actually feel physically better. I think I've lost a little bit of weight, even though I still look all fat and everything. So you couldn't really tell by looking at me, but I have lost a little bit of weight. I feel better. It's getting easier for me to get in and out of this car because it is kind of a low vehicle, and the door is kind of small. But I've been getting in and out of it because I could just feel like, I don't know, I'm just sort of developing those certain little muscles you need to get in and out of this thing. So, yeah, things have been changing. And it's been hard for me to do like a 9 a.m. show now because I do this Uber thing. And I usually start, like right now I'm charging. I usually like to charge at night after I'm done because it's cheaper. Hey, KO. I guess KO. I see Jackie saying hi to Ken. I didn't see Ken. Oh, there's Ken. Hi, Ken. This Deacon says, as you know, trucking takes a toll on both mental and physical health. I think so. And I don't think I really... I mean, I always had heard that, and I knew, And I felt it too, but I think I didn't really, really until I started just doing this and I quit that I really, you know, see it. I really feel it. It's like in my face. Um, but I don't know what I was saying earlier. Oh yeah, so I'm charging. Oh yeah, I charge at night because it's cheaper. But just the way things have gone, I, I was at 35% just now state of charge, and there's no sense in me starting my day of Uber driving with 35% because that means in a couple hours I'm going to have to stop and charge anyhow. So if I go ahead and charge up now, I'll be good all the way through tonight and then into tomorrow. Uh, so we have a 35 minute. It says 35 minutes because I went ahead and bumped it up to 95%. I'm just gonna leave it at 90. I was trying to dial it into 90, but the thing is kind of hard to dial in. I'm just gonna leave it at 95. So we got 35 minutes. You got 35 minutes with me, people, and then I'll have to sign off, and then turn on the Uber app and start Ubering for today. And I've been doing that. How long has it been? Like 5 weeks? It's been a few weeks now, right? Bill Dickens says, John, I follow another trucker with his own authority whom went back to Uber to do. Wait, what? Whom went back to Uber to do terrible freight. Okay, so he was a truck driver. I'm trying to decipher this. He had his own authority, so he worked. He just worked on his own. Was completely independent. He went back to Uber, and now I'm assuming he went back to Uber because the freight was terrible, due to terrible freight. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, and I can attest to the fact that for me personally, since last September, the freight has been terrible. Anyhow, now I have put my name into, or like when you go to search jobs, like I've gone on ZipRecruiter and I've gone on. I think there's another one, and then whenever you look for something, the algorithm picks it up. So I've been getting inundated with truck driving offers and jobs, and they offer signing bonuses to be company drivers. Basically, there are some owner operator things that come up, but and they promise, or they say, you can make 1,500 to 2,000 a week, and you get paid vacation and health insurance and all this kind of stuff. But none of that even. I don't even feel like any of that. It's I feel like I could do almost uh, all of that with Uber. I've been doing Uber, and I've been making. I don't even know what $1,400 a week just on Uber, and with a lot less stress. Maybe it doesn't make as much as truck driving, because with truck driving I had some big weeks where I'd make $5,000 or $6,000 in a week. Um, but the average was probably only around between 1,500 and 2,000 a week. Stephanie says, do you have health insurance? I do have health insurance. I have health insurance through the health plan of Nevada, through the exchange. So I've got health insurance, and that's got dental and eye care and everything. So I got that going for me. In fact, I've got a eye exam, my first ever. Well, I guess I've had other eye exams, but my first ever eye exam where I'm to get a prescription glass, because these are just reading glasses. So on the 13th, I go in to get my eye exam, so I can get some glasses. Because last time I got my medical card, I just barely passed it. And the gal that was giving the test said, John, I think you need to get glasses because I don't think you're going to pass the next one. And I was like, okay. and my medical card expiration is coming up pretty soon, and I do want to keep my medical card up to date, um, just in case. My CDL is still good for another, I think, 5 years or whatever, and so I'm going to keep my medical card up to date too, just in case. Just in case if a really good trucking opportunity comes up, and I don't have to truck forever. Jolie says, "Good. Now, no excuses for that. For not reading the chat." Well, I don't know, because if I'm driving, I mean I don't know. But anyhow, Stephanie says, "What does the outside of the car look like?" Well, are you gonna make me? Are you gonna make me get out of my seat? And I have posted videos of it. If you want to explore my Trucker John library of videos, I have a few of them. I mean, I could get off my lazy ass, Stephanie, and I could do that. You want me to do that? Okay, I'll do it. All right, I'll do it. I will do it just for you, Stephanie B2. I will. But now, see, now it's gonna make all these little like weird crunchy noise sounds. As I take it out of the mount. But all right, so here I am at this charging station. It's inside of a covered garage, which is really cool. I like that because it's nice and nice and cool. Oh, there's some sort of music playing. Oh, it's probably, I don't know, copyright or something. But anyhow, so you can see, here I am, getting charged up. I'm plugged in. This is the Tesla supercharger. Right next to me, I believe this is a Model Y, which is what I test drove. I don't think that's an X. It could be an X, though. I don't know. Yeah, so here's my rig. Yeah, that blue one was on mine. So, and you can see everyone's charging up. You got two Model 3s over there. This guy's waiting to come in. This guy's just leaving. There's a white one down there. Oh, and here's my car. Well, it's a rental, but I am going to buy one. So, but yeah, I really love the car. It's kind of, the sun coming through is kind of not giving, it's kind of messing with the picture there, I think. But let's see if I walk over here. Let's see. I can see there's the back view. But yeah, it's a full house. Every stall is taken today. I usually come in at night after I'm done with my shift, like at 1:30 in the morning. And even then, there's still a couple cars. But yeah, that's it. It's a little, I know the sun coming in is kind of making it weird. Kind of a weird thing going on there. But anyhow, that's it. That was just for you, Stephanie. Now I gotta get back in here. People are like thinking, like, what is that weirdo doing? I don't care what people think. Alrighty. So let me put this back here. All right. So that was the car. 25 more minutes remaining. We're at 55% state of charge. I believe I started, it was about 35. So we got 6 in the house and 6 thumbs ups. Thank you so much for those thumbs ups. Make sure you like and subscribe and share. Hit the share button. Where else are you going to get a place where a guy sits in his car while he's charging his Tesla? Nowhere. You don't see that anywhere. Right? Right. Thank you, Jolie. support the show. Let's get the show on the road. Let's get the show on the road. So I guess what I was thinking what I might do is maybe instead of doing the 9 a.m. Oh, that's where I was going before I was so rudely interrupted about the showing the car. Um, yeah, buy me a coffee. Thank you, Jolie. Um, I've been going till usually 1:30 in the morning. Last night I think I went till after 2 in the morning, and then by the time I get to bed and sleep, it's like 3 in the morning, and I just go to sleep, and I wake up at like 9 or 9. It was like 9:10 this morning, so I was like, I'm not gonna do a live stream right now. Not so. The live streams might change. Instead of being 9 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, it might just be impromptus, and it might just be what I'm charging. But a lot of times I charge at 1:30 in the morning or so. So because it's cheaper. That's the thing. Like charging now, it's going to cost me more money. Like right now, it's already at $5.79, and if I charge at night, that would be the total cost probably. So this is probably going to cost me. This might cost me $15 or something to charge at this hour of the day. It's 3:21 Pacific time here in the afternoon. So we're kind of like right in the heart of the peak. Of the peak usage, so they charge more during that. Thanks. Hey, so we're up to 7 thumbs ups. Thanks so much. But we went down to 5 viewers. Somebody must maybe thumbs up on the way out. Maybe I'm guessing. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate you being here, regardless. So anyhow, what's going on with you guys? I haven't talked to you in a while. I didn't go on Tuesday, and things go by. I've been, like I said, I've been like apartment shopping or is it shopping or apartment looking? Um, and the one I really like is really right across the street from here, so I might just do that one. But there's quite a few good ones out there. And I've been getting my truck ready to sell. I think I might have a buyer coming up from Phoenix. But I still haven't been able to find my title, which is so frustrating. So I finally was able to get a hold of somebody in Indiana, because I was trying to deal with their automated system, and it was just leading me around in circles, and then there's a 3-hour time difference. 72 says Trump indicted. I'm good. Yeah, that is a good thing. So now I'm gonna have to. I want to give it one more look over and to find that title, and then if I don't find it, I'm gonna have to mail off. Well, I have to download a form, and I gotta fill it out, and then I gotta just send it's just a $15 money order. And then she said if you want to expedite it or make it faster, you send another one for another, I think $25 or something, and then that would FedEx it, and that will cut the time, because he said it might be 21 days before I would get it back. But if I do the FedEx thing, it could cut it in half. So I guess that would be 10 and a half days, which I guess would be worth it. So yeah, so I gotta do that. I'm gonna give one more look through and see if I can find that damn title tomorrow. And if I don't find it, I'm gonna go ahead and fill that form out, and I'll send it in with the extra money for to expedite it, because I can't sell it without that title, and Nevada won't do it. No, it has to be through Indiana, because that's where it's licensed through. Unless, oh no, yeah, I have to be there. I don't think I can. I was just thinking, unless I know someone who lives in Indiana who could go to the Indiana BMV, but I think I have to be there. So anyhow, so that's what I've been doing, just doing that kind of shit, Jelly. But anyhow, I'll get it all taken care of. Somebody says, I have the top doors on my big old cabinet that I'm refinishing. Yay! Let's see, it disappeared. We almost have our living room back from construction zone. Oh, you've been doing all that refurbishing and remodeling and stuff. Huh? Sometimes that can take forever, but then when it's done, it's like so worth it, you know. What did Bill say? Did I miss Bill's? Oh, here's Bill. More to come too. Oh, okay. Somehow I missed Bill's post there. So yeah, more to come on Trump. His goose is cooked. He's done. Stick a fork in him. He's done. Finally, after all these decades, I think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna go to prison, but I think he's gonna be rendered. What is it? Rendered useless or whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Bill Diggins says finally is right, John. Yeah, finally. But things take time. Stephanie Beats 2 says, I'm filling my bong with MAGA tears. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. Oh, yeah, MAGA. Who's your MAGA now? Well, I was just watching earlier this thing that's going on in Tennessee. And, yeah, Bill Diggins says, not even able to run for dog catcher. But I was watching this thing in Tennessee, how they're expelling these three, I guess they were state house representatives, state assembly or whatever. And, you know, I saw the Tennessee, I don't know if he's like their version, the state version of speaker or assembly speaker or whatever, you know, pounding his gavel and acting all high and mighty. And I'm just thinking like, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit, you know? 72 says, I also got my grow tent for my weed finish. Fans, lights, the works. Awesome. Bill Deacon says, sad day in Tennessee. But it's a sad day, yeah, but I think that those, and if you're watching them speak, these representatives are pretty awesome individuals, and I don't think that this is going to quiet them, or it's only going to make them, you know, bigger. Whether they continue to run again, or whether it's in just in public speaking or whatever, they're going to become more famous than they ever would have if they had just, you know, let them be, right? So Stephanie B2 says one of them didn't lose her position in Tennessee. So what? They got rid of the two black guys and they kept the white chick. But they're going to come back. They're good. I guess they're going to have special elections, and I hope they just run again. And I hope they get reelected, and even more overwhelmingly than they did the first time. Just to put it in their face, just to throw it right back in those fucking fascist face. You know. Stephanie B2 says, not sure if voting is finished yet, or is finished. I added the yet. Yeah, I don't know. I was just seeing it, like Tom Hartman was playing a lot of it, and then Nicole Sandler was playing some of it, and that's really the only place I was watching it, other than I think a couple clips on Twitter. Yes, I still do Twitter. You know, hey, I've fallen in love with Tesla. So what makes you think I'm going to leave Twitter just because Elon Musk is kind of an asshat? I think Twitter is still, you know, I have no problems with Twitter. I never had a blue check mark, so in first place. So I don't give a fuck about that blue check mark bullshit. Um, but anyhow, what was I saying? That's what happens when you ramble. You forget what you were rambling about. I'm just trying to clean off my. Got this really handy dandy. Uh, I don't know what do they call it, carbon fiber or whatever. Not carbon fiber. Fiber optic? No, not fiber optic. I don't know. It's one of these. It's made for cleaning off like phone screens and iPod screens and iPad screens. I mean, not iPod screens and things of this nature. Julie says, I also love Dolly Parton, amazing human. Yeah, she seems pretty cool. She seems cool. I'm cool with Dolly. I'm down with Dolly. But I think that shit like that it's gonna backfire on these Republicans. I think all the shit that Ron DeSantis is doing, it's all gonna eventually in the end, he's gonna be a nothing, nobody. He wants to be president. He's never gonna be president. He's not even gonna be governor for much longer. I mean, I think they have term limits, but I don't. I'm kind of just talking out of my ass because, I mean, assholes like was it Rick Scott who was the governor of Florida and then went on to be a senator. I mean, that motherfucker really has no business being in Congress. He belongs in jail, probably, or at least, deserves some kind of punishment or something for just the way that he orchestrated the largest ripoff of Medicare in the history of Medicare. But anyhow, as far as I don't think I think DeSantis, all his fascist bullshit, he can only go so far with that. There's just that base only goes so far. It doesn't, So what's he gonna do? He's gonna have to, and he has flip flopped on a few things. I think, right? Boy, it looks nice and clean now. Look at that. Look at that, nice and clean. But and the same with I think Trump, his goose is cooked. And this thing in Tennessee, look what's going on in Wisconsin. I mean, it's a 50. That is about a 50-50 state, Republicans to Democrats, and the gerrymandering there, the extreme gerrymandering, the gerrymandering is the only way that Republicans have these supermajorities. They held that election for their state Supreme Court. And they got the liberal judge in there because things that don't rely on gerrymandering, you can see how the Democrats really come through. The Democratic voters. I'm just trying to find something on here. There's a thing on here where it turns off the thing. Oh yeah, maybe here. Oh yeah, screen clean mode. Oh good. So on the, I guess I could show you that too on this monitor inside the Tesla. I just went to screen clean mode. So look. Oh right, hold, exit. So that's the display, big giant monitor, and you can go to screen clean mode, and then that goes to that, so that you can get all your grubby fingerprints off of it, and not like be touching buttons and shit that you don't really want to touch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, don't you? Okay, so anyhow, back to these things backfiring. At least I hope, and of course I hope. Who wouldn't hope? But I think it's going to backfire on them, and it's going to make these people that they just ousted, I think, even more stronger, more visible, get more support, and it will really expose these Tennessee Republicans, Tennessee GOP, what fascists they are, you know, and so we'll see, but we'll see if it's going to lead to any significant changes or anything significant. But hopefully it will, and I think it will. I think there's a good chance of that. So I guess that's where we play our part is in talking about Tennessee. I'm in Nevada. Why the hell am I talking about Tennessee? Well, because we are all connected. We are the United States of America, after all, right? So it's not like Tennessee is just its own country. I know sometimes you cross state lines and you almost feel like you've gone and stepped into another country, another world. But we are all united in that we are a part of this union, this great union. And things that happen in Tennessee can affect things that all across the country. Through legislative decisions. Whether it's just other states saying, "Hey, I like what they did over there. We're going to do it too," and whether it's good or bad or whatever, or whether it's through some federal judge that's in Tennessee. Well, I think my monitor looks pretty spiffy. Looks pretty spiffy. So I guess I'm done with that. Thing is, you got to hold it to exit. You got to put your grimy fingerprint on it again. But I'm going to use this as my thing here. Ah, yeah, it works. Okay, so exit in 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. We're back, and we're back. Yeah, so that looks nice. I'm just doing a little house cleaning while I'm chatting with y'all. I do say y'all. By the way, the other day, House Parks was like getting on somebody for being fake, because they weren't from the South, but they said y'all. I say y'all. I'm from California. Here's a funny story about California. It's not all like surfer dudes and valley girls, right? California is a pretty diverse state. And I mean diverse not only in cultures and in race and all that kind of stuff, but diverse in geography and geology and well, my phone is charged 100%. And you get a few miles off of the coast, and it's not surfer dudes, and you get away from the San Fernando Valley, and it's not just valley dudes and valley girls. If you go up into the Central Valley, in Fresno, let's say, for instance, the birthplace of my mother, and where basically my whole mom's side of my family all still live there to this day, and where I spent a good deal of my childhood in visiting relatives, and we actually lived there on 2 different occasions where we moved there, and I went to school up there. And starting from my great grandmother to my grandmother to my aunts and uncles and cousins that have my great grandmother and grandmother, they were part of that sort of that great, I always call it the Grapes of Wrath. If you know the Steinbeck novel, that's about the Dust Bowl, and then going to the Great Depression, and there was this big migration of people coming out of Oklahoma and even like the Texas Panhandle and stuff like that, and probably other areas that came to California to get work and work in the agriculture, picking fruit, picking out there working the orchards and things. That's what my family, my mom's side, that's what their history is, and so they came from there, and then everyone, their descendants, like my aunts and uncles and my cousins, were all born and raised in California, right in the Fresno and Merced and Modesto and Clovis areas. That's where they're all from. And but if you heard them talk, you'd think they straight out of Texas Panhandle or Oklahoma. They talk like like they was born and raised out there in Lubbock or whatever, up there in Oklahoma City. That's where you think they're from. They don't sound like they're from California. No way. They don't. You'd never guess in a million years they're from California. You'd think, oh, that's a good old Texas gal right there. Uh, that's how they talk. And like I say, a lot of them barely even been out of the state of California. So my point is, I'm not making fun of my family. I love my family. I'm not making fun of it. I think it's charming. It's kind of a charming thing, right? But what I'm saying is that you can be from California and you can say y'all and not be a phony. I guess that's what I was just trying to say. And if Hal Sparks is listening and watching, which I'm sure he is, because I'm sure I've heard that he's a big Trucker John fan, as him and Justin Bieber. Um, just know that you stand corrected, sir. Stephanie B2, hey, look what happened. Charging is complete. Was that 25 minutes? It cost $12.64 to get about, I guess I did about 60% charge, because I think it was about 35. I went from 35 to 95 percent, and it cost me $12.64. And this is at 3:41 in the afternoon, which is kind of probably the high peak. I got to go unplug. Let me go unplug her. If Hal Sparks doesn't watch Trucker John, then you guys need to start telling him, hey, watch Trucker John. Anyhow, I'm just gonna pull out of the spot. It's not cool to just sit here if somebody else needs it, even though there is at least one that's opened up. Let me just find a spot here to move to. So what was I saying? What was I? Where was I at? I was talking about y'all. I don't remember what my last thought was before we were so rudely interrupted by the charging stopping. Oh yeah, before I take off though, I just want to reset. I guess I can park over here across the street. Look, this is probably, if you can see this apartment across the street, this is probably number one on my list. I've got about 4 or 5 I've narrowed it down to. This is top of my list where I think I'm going to move to. I really like this one. It's got a gym and swimming pool, and it's real close to the charging station, and it is near downtown here, and there's a lot of really kind of cool restaurants and stuff and places to see. I just kind of like the vibe of it. Anyhow, okay, so thanks for those thumbs ups. We're up to 10 thumbs ups. I just wanted to reset the trip because I forgot to do it on my last one. So if we look at, how you can do like how many miles you're running. So on the last 2, shit, hit the wrong button. between the last two charges, I did 247 miles. That's on two charges of about, probably the last one I probably did about, it's usually around 60 or 70% charge that I do. So I've got, out of those two charges, I got 247 miles. So I'm going to reset it this time. And then the next time I charge, I'll see how many miles I got out of how much I used. So anyhow, this is my big Uber day. I mean, this is not my big Uber day. This is about the time I start. It's 3:45. This is about, I almost, with really not even kind of planning it, it seems like this is about when I start every day. Somewhere between 3:30 and 4. It seems like I always start, and then I usually go till at least probably 1. But I'll take a dinner break. So tonight, sometime, I'll stop and get something to eat for about probably like an hour. By the time I park and eat and do all that shit, and then I get back at it, and usually go till 1 or 1:30. Today's Thursday. Thursdays can be busy here in Vegas. It is kind of like an arrival day, especially at the airport. A lot of people fly in, it seems like, on Thursdays. I mean, they fly in 24/7, but it does seem that I get more airport trips, I guess you call it, on Thursdays and Thursday evenings. Like a lot of people coming in. I don't know if you technically call it a red eye, but because it's, just in the evening and late evening, and they start coming in. And then, so it could be busy because of that. And then, of course, Friday and Saturday is just busy because everybody's out, partying and going to casinos and going to the shows and concerts and games. There's all kinds of things. There's all kinds of things going on. There's always, and even not just Friday and Saturday, but especially Friday and Saturday. I mean, you got hockey game, you got pro hockey, you've got concerts galore all over the place. The really, big name acts, of course. Then there's the Vegas shows that are going on. And then just things going on around town at all the casinos, and you got downtown, which is, I'm right here near downtown Fremont. When I say downtown, I'm pretty much talking about Fremont Street, but this whole area, and then of course the Strip. Just always stuff going on. So yeah, Friday and Saturday it's like a zoo, but it's okay. It's fun. I have a fun time doing this. Like I say, most of the people I pick up are really super cool. It ranges from anything from a person could just be super quiet and they're just on their phone or they listen to the music, to just engaging in a conversation on the whole trip where we have a good back and forth. And I just sort of, try to pick up the vibe. If they want to talk, I'll talk. If they don't, if it seems like they don't want to talk, then I'll just, shut my mouth. But I'm having fun with it, and I think I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to get settled in here, get a new place, and I'm looking forward to that. And I think I'm gonna do this for at least a year, because like this place here is a year lease. A lot of places are on leases, and I figure a year goes by quick. So maybe I'll do a year, and then I'll decide if I want to go back on the road, if I want to get a different place, a bigger place. Because I'm just looking at a studio, which is, for me, is fine. It's all I really need. But a 1-bedroom would be nice too. So I don't know. But I think we'll evaluate in a year. So I'll see you guys in a year. I'll see you guys before then. Maybe what I'll do. Hey, CL Judy. Hey, CL Judy. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks, Judy. 72 says my mom's side came from Oklahoma. Yep. Oh boy, I missed Bill Deacon here. Said something here. Bill Deacon says, ask 70B2, either way, weed is best medication out there. 70B2 says, exactly, Bill. And Bill Deacon says, death sentence won't run until he knows Rump is done. Plus, he would be worse than Rump. SOB wants to rewrite the Constitution. Yeah, but he ain't going to win. He's never going to be president. Bill Deacon says 100% fascist. Guess we were talking about Republicans. 70B2, my mom's side came from Oklahoma. Yep, my mom's side came from mainly Texas, but I think they came from Texas, but they always called themselves Okies. Go figure. Jolie's laughing, and then Sailor Judy. Hey, so that was Sailor Judy checking in. So thanks for coming here. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here in a couple seconds. So it was great catching up with you guys. I guess this works out good because on Thursdays, Hal doesn't go on until 4, right? He'll be going on in about 10 minutes. So maybe this will be my new slot, my Thursday at 3 p.m. slot. Or something like that. I don't know. Hey, the Commie Rose in the house. Thanks for you got here just in time for me to say goodbye. Jolie says, thanks, John. So good to see you. We've missed you. Yeah, I missed you guys too, man. I need to not stay away so long for so long, even if it's just going to be in short bites. Like maybe for dinner, I could, because I usually have dinner like at 7:00 Pacific time, I guess 7 or so. I could do a live then. You guys can watch me eat. That would bring back memories, right? Watching me eat. And Jolie says, hey, the Commie Rose. And Jackie says, stay safe, John. Thank you, Jackie. Thanks for being here. Make sure you guys all hit the like button and subscribe, and hitting the share button. The share button helps put the show out there. All right. So yeah, go ahead but check out my videos. I got lots of cool videos about Las Vegas and about Ubering, and you can look back at my trucking. They're there forever. They're there until YouTube, doesn't exist, I guess. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off from Las Vegas, Nevada, in my Tesla. Well, I say I'm renting it. Okay, I don't want people to think that I'm, trying to act like I own this car. I don't. I'm renting it. But I will, in the near future, foreseeable future, I will be getting one. It might be a couple months from now. I don't know. But all right, guys. So from Las Vegas, I'll see you. I will see you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it.